about that time on the air to say what's on my mind.
It's your favorite girl,
The April Watch Show.
welcome to my world.
Magic 95.9, we're Baltimore's best variety of R&B. Back at you with funny man Gary Owen in the building and at the Baltimore Comedy Factory all weekend. So, Gary, you ready to play WWGD?
What would God do?
What would Gary do?
Oh, okay. Same
Yes.
thing.
Same thing?
Yeah. let's go.
Really?
I got gum in my mouth. I'm sorry.
All right. Question number 1. You're the king of the South as it relates to hip hop. You do a radio interview, and when asked whether you'd vote for Hillary Clinton, you say you think women are too emotional to be president. Social media chews you a new one. And even Oprah Winfrey tells you to shut your mouth. WWGD, what would Gary do in this situation?
Shoot, if I got enough stacks inside my rubber bands, I wouldn't care. Now you gotta play the politically correctness. You know what I mean? Because with T.I. and Family Hustle, he's a family guy now.
Yeah.
And you got a wife and you got daughters and everything else. So you're gonna have to say I'm sorry. Bite the bullet even if you don't mean it. But here's the thing, man. He said it on a radio show that's not like serious. He didn't do it on CNN or C-SPAN.
Exactly.
He did it. It was a joke.
It
And I
really
hate how
was a
people
joke.
take jokes literal. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a good thing to be a comedian. We don't have to worry about that stuff. All I
Right.
got to be like, man, I was kidding. T.I.'s serious, you know.
Nobody takes a comedian seriously
Yeah.
in that aspect.
So what would Gary do? I would apologize. Just bite the bullet.
All right. Question number 2. A judge decides that a rap mogul has to pay you $5 million for leaking your sex tape. He immediately files Chapter 11 to keep from paying you, but then he keeps posting pictures of himself on social media with stacks of cash just to piss you off. WWGD, what would Gary do?
It depends on. Have I seen the sex tape?
You were in the sex tape.
I know, but have I seen it? Because like sometimes when I'm sleeping and having sex with my wife, I'd be like, God, I really look good right now. Because we got a few mirrors in our room. Be like, damn, I'm really putting it down. Other times, like, what? I gotta get in the gym. You catch a bad angle of yourself. You be like, hey, baby, just get on top. So it depends on the angle of the sex tape and what I'm looking like.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I feel you
Plus,
on
it's
that
me and
one.
my wife. I'm like, I don't want nobody to see my wife having sex.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would fight that to the core.
All right. Question number 3 and the last question. You're an HR professional and receive a stellar resume from someone named Watermelandria. WWGD, what would Gary do?
I got a stellar resume.
A
From
great resume. Like this person on paper is amazing.
But her name?
Her name is Watermelandria.
I'm different, though. I'm different. I'm going to go off the resume. And plus, if you got a name like Water Mandula, I'm thinking big booty. So ain't nothing like having somebody with a big booty in the office just to make the workday go by faster. You know what I mean? A little slow day. Hey, Water Mandula, come here real quick. Can you grab me some coffee? And
Oh,
just
my God.
walk away real slow. I did that when I was in the Navy. When I was in the military, literally, I was a cop in the military. I was on a ship, and we had women and men on the ship. And you had your stencils on the back where your butt is. Everybody had their name right here on the dungarees. And this one girl, her last name was Love, and she had it sewn in. Like a lot of times, we had like this ink pen, and you write your name in a stencil, but she had it sewn in. But every day I would see her on the ship. I'd be like, Love, turn around, let me see your stencil. Turn around, it was sewn in. I go, all right, you good? Because if your
That's so
stencil starts
funny.
to fade, you got to tell them, go fix it and put your name on it. But she had it sewn in. But
you still wanted
the
to see it
booty
every
was so
day.
good. Oh, my God. I still think about her. Love was her last name.
That is
She used to date half the
hilarious.
Chargers. Dang, shouts out to Natron Means. Nobody's heard that name in a while.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Love.
goodness.
She was something else.
And I can tell because the smile
Let me
proves
tell you
it.
something. It made that cruise go by so much faster. And so, I mean, it was nice to see her during the day. I'll tell you that.
Okay, Gary
was like
Owen
an
is a
onion
booty
heart.
man, y'all.
What's that?
You're a booty man.
Without question. Without question. Yeah, I'm all about the booty.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You've been a tremendous sport. Once again, tell everybody all about your shows. 2
shows tonight, 3 shows tomorrow, and 2 shows Sunday.
All
yes. And I want everybody to be in a good mood, so I'm rooting for the Ravens this weekend. Rooting for the Bengals and the Ravens. I just want the whole city to be happy.
All right.
All right?
All right.
Yeah, because even the 49ers, you got all the ex-Ravens. They got Torrey Smith and Bolden. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, guys? What's the Ravens going to do?
That's what we're going to do.
Steve Smith scares me. If he comes out through the show and heckles, I'm just getting off stage. I'm not even fighting back. I don't want to be on his permanent hit list.
That's so funny.
That dude is scared. His kids look so happy. I'd be like, dude, I'd be petrified if he came to whoop me. Your teacher called. I'm sorry, I'm doing my homework right now. I would never come home. That's a scary dude, for real.
All right.
Shouts out to Cal Ripken Jr.
Stop it.
I just want to cut you off every time you try to talk.
Gary Owen, Baltimore Comedy Factory, ladies and gentlemen. Get those tickets, baltimorecomedy.com.
Big shouts out to Charles Dutton.
Okay, so I want to get serious for a minute. The situation with Lamar Odom is really, really sad. And you made an amazing comment on Facebook. So I just want my listeners to know how you feel about that situation and what are your thoughts?
Well, I lost a brother back in May. He passed away of a heroin overdose. So whenever I see someone with an addiction problem, whether it be alcohol, drugs, whatever, I'm not as quick as I used to be to judge. I had to take a step out of myself and been like, what was Lamar going through? And what I know about people that are addicted to drugs and alcohol is it is a disease. You know what I mean? A lot of times people think drug addicts are just on the street corners and they made that choice in life. Some of them get addicted after surgery, or they just go to the doctor and get prescribed something, and they can't handle it, and it just they get a tolerance for the prescribed drugs, and then they need something else, and that's where they get into heroin and everything else. That's what happened to my brother. You know what I mean? So when I saw the Lamar Odom case, obviously people were going to say the brothel and the drugs that was in his system, but I said I saw a guy that was probably lonely, that lost his mother, lost his child, lost two of his best friends recently. I go, the guy was probably just empty, and the only way to fill that was the drugs, and that was to ease his pain. And a lot of people aren't taking, they want to look at the other side of it. And I was like, I actually feel bad for him, and I hope he can get through it. So eventually he could tell his story and help other people. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times with addicts, they got to hit rock bottom before they ask for help. And what I learned from my brother is, you don't get on heroin by yourself, and you can't get off of it by yourself. You need help on both ends of it. So that's why I hope Lamar can come out of it. You know what I mean? That's
what's up. Well, we're all praying for him. We're all pulling for him, and I just really wanted you to be able to put that out there because you're a person that has influence. People care what you think.
Right. So yeah, I hope he comes out of it, man. I really do, and I hope he gets help. That's the main thing. I hope he gets help.
It's about that time on the air to say what's on my mind.
It's your favorite girl.